Hi everyone, it's Luc Merlet here from Distillery Merlet. So we are on November 11th. This is the beginning of the distillation period. So I want to give you a little tour of what's going on at the distillery. You have behind me all these stainless tanks where we store the wine before we start the distillation. And then here is the distillery that we will go inside and see what's going on. Come on. We have two rooms in the distillery. The first one here, we have 5 stills. So on my right, 2 stills and 3 on this side. In total, in our distillery, we have 10 stills. So it's a quite good size of distillery. We are not the biggest one, but a good mid-sized distillery. Here we have a big still of 100 hectoliters. So this still is the equivalent of 4 of the regular stills. This still is only used for the first distillation. We cannot use it for the second distillation. And then in this room, we have 4 stills. So all these 4 stills, and the same as the 5 first stills, are 25 hectoliters. These ones are used for the first and second distillation. In cognac, by law, because we are a control appellation, we cannot do whatever we want. We have to do 2 consecutive distillation. So it's copper pot distillation only with the same type of stills all the time. I will explain you briefly what's going on, the whole process of the distillation. We start first with a white wine. So we have here an example of how it is, a sample. Let me show you. So this was collected in one of the tanks. You see how it looks like. If you look at it like that, it doesn't look like it's white wine. It's very cloudy because it's totally unfiltered, so there's still a lot of the grape flesh and also yeast. It's on purpose. We don't want to filter it to distill all the components of the wine and to have the maximum of flavors coming from the wine. So it smells very yeasty and very fruity at the same time. It's very particular, something like between a white wine and cider almost. So this is the base for the distillation. It's a low ABV wine, about 10% ABV. And very acidic at the same time. Very important because we don't add any sulfites. It's not allowed for the distillation. So this one is short lifetime. We have to distill it quite quickly. So starting from this wine, we put that in the stills. We have 3 components for copper pot still here. This is the boiler, where we put the wine and where we heat. We have here the wine heater. So you can see inside there is a liquid. This is the wine that we store for the next distillation. It's already in it to start preheating the wine before we distill it. And this is the condenser, the condensing coil, to condense the alcohol vapors into a liquid. So starting with the boiler first. What's going on here? This is where we heat. So the heating is with gas at this time. It used to be wood, then charcoal, and now it's gas. Much more efficient to control the heating. On this panel here, we control the gas pressure. Because at every step of the distillation, we put a different pressure to have a different intensity of heating. So putting the wine here, the boiler is made of copper. Copper is very important to react with the liquid and the vapors. Start heating, the vapors goes up in this steel head. The steel head is important to make a start of reflux, a mini redistillation. And then they go up in the swan neck They go around here in this pipe and arrive at the end in the condensing coil. This condensing coil is a big serpentine with water running around. So the water cools down the vapors, and the vapors come out as a liquid. The first distillation, we have the wine being transformed in the first distillate. The first distillate is called bruit. The bruit is about 30% ABV. And then this first distillate, we have to re-distill it a second time through the same process, going back in the boiler. And at the end, comes out the second distillate, which is this is the bonne chauffe, the second distillation. And the second distillate is about 70% ABV. During the second distillation, we have 3 steps. So first, cool the pours, the heads. The heads are high ABV. There are impurities in it. We get rid of the heads. And at this stage now, pouring out in this barrel is the heart. The heart is the main part of the second distillation. And this goes to be aged. And after the heart comes the tails. The tails is also something we separate. We don't keep for the aging. So this is quite a complex process. The same process for all the distilleries, but every distillery has its own style. Very little differences that makes big variation in terms of taste profile and makes the character and the style of each distillery. Long story, I think we'll post some more videos to explain you what makes the Merlet style in terms of distillation, but I wanted to share with you first how it looks like during the distillation process during the winter time when we do that, and also to show the main process of the distillation. This is going to occur until March, because after the 31st of March, the distillation is not allowed anymore to only distill fresh wine. And after that, we shut down the distillery for many months. Thanks, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the distillery in action. And we'll post you some more videos soon. Ciao.